The moment your eyelids open to welcome the dawn of a new day, you are not just stepping into the mundane routine of life. You are entering a sacred space, embarking on a quest for the soul, a journey that requires not only your time but your essence. You are more than flesh and bone. You are a spiritual traveler on a sacred path. This is the true magic, the true quest. However, as you walk the spiritual path, you will face trials that will challenge not only your beliefs but also your core. One of the initial and fundamental tests is the ability to let go of your attachments. The concept is simple, yet emotionally demanding. We all have anchors, people, objects, ideas that we hold on to and believe define us. Things we love, things we think we can't live without. But the question is, can you let go? Imagine your life as a tree. As you grow, you accumulate leaves. These leaves are your attachments. They provide shade and beauty, but they are not the core of your tree. The universe is always watching to see how you handle these leaves. Are they obstructing your view of the sky? Are they asking for new growth? Gently but firmly, the universe may shake you, causing some leaves to fall. This is not a punishment, it's a lesson. It's the universe asking you, did the tree die when the leaf fell, or did it make room for a new leaf, for new growth? Various spiritual philosophies, from Buddhist teachings on detachment to Stoic practices of emotional strength, touch upon this wisdom. Letting go doesn't mean ceasing to love or desire. It means recognizing that your ultimate purpose is not tied to a temporary state of being. Your ultimate quest is for wisdom, peace, and unity with the universe, which transcends any singular attachment. So, where is your heart? Are you so consumed by the love of a single leaf that you forget you are a tree constantly growing in a vast forest? This test asks you to assess your priorities. Are you defined by the things you cling to, or by your ability to grow and adapt, to be in tune with your higher self? The universe is waiting to entrust you with higher knowledge, a purer form of love, and deeper levels of consciousness. But first, it wants to see if you're ready to shake off the old leaves and make room for new experiences. You are a tree that is part of a larger forest. You are not just a tree lost among countless others, you are the forest itself, alive and ever-changing. When you successfully pass the test of detachment, you realize that you are more resilient, more in tune, and in fact, more complete than you ever imagined. You are not your attachments, you are not your losses. You are the journey you undertake, a quest that is both sacred and enriching. Remember, it's not what you hold on to that defines you, but your ability to let go and grow again. When you do this, you become a beacon, a testament to the infinite potential of the human spirit. You become part of something greater than yourself, something truly divine. And this is your true journey, a path free of obstacles, a road full of potential. You become the universe in motion, a sacred story unfolding eternally. In a world that glorifies instant gratification, where the next dopamine hit is just a tap away, we find the concept of waiting increasingly challenging. We've been conditioned to believe that time is of the essence, that if something doesn't happen now, it never will. Yet, the wisdom of the spiritual journey leads us in a completely different direction. It whispers in our ear that one of the deepest trials we face in life is the test of patience, especially when we have to wait longer than we think is necessary. Patience is not just about the act of waiting, it's about how you behave while waiting. It's about maintaining a sense of calm, an appearance of peace, while the world around you seems to move at a rapid pace. Nelson Mandela once said that he learned courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. In the same way, patience is not the absence of desire or need, but the triumph over the anxious haste they often produce. So, why does the universe make us wait? Why do we face these moments when time seems to stretch infinitely before us like an endless tunnel with no light in sight? The answer is not simple, but it is deeply enlightening. These waiting periods are not empty, they are fertile ground for growth, nurturing our soul and spirit. Think of the farmer who plants a seed and waits for it to sprout and grow. If he becomes impatient and digs it up to check on it, he disrupts the natural process. In the same way, every delay in our lives is a period of gestation, a time for us to sprout and grow internally. We are learning the art of resilience, of strength, and most importantly, of faith. The universe isn't asking if you can wait, it's asking if you can do so with grace, with understanding, with a heart full of hope rather than a mindset of despair. Instead of seeing the wait as affliction, see it as preparation. Imagine you are an artist, and each moment of waiting adds another stroke to your ever-evolving masterpiece. The universe isn't depriving you, it is preparing you for something that will be in alignment with your preparation, with what you deserve. Maya Angelou wisely said that all great achievements take time. Your goals, your dreams, your spiritual awakening, these are all great achievements in the making. So how do we make this process of waiting more enjoyable and less agonizing? We must learn to find contentment in the present moment. Zen masters speak of the beauty of the present, encouraging us to find peace and happiness in the now. When we are at peace with the present, the uncertainty of the future loses its terrifying power. Instead of feeling that we are wasting time, we recognize that we are gaining insights, building spiritual muscles, and enriching our souls. When you stand before a closed door, imagine that it will eventually open. Consider that every minute you wait in a state of patience is another layer of wisdom, another notch on your belt of resilience. When the door finally opens and you cross the threshold, you'll realize that the depth of your joy is due to the fact that you waited for it. It is joy enriched by the process, deepened by patience, and heightened by anticipation. In some ways, your life is not just about the events that unfold, but also about the intervals between them. So, when you find yourself in one of those intervals, waiting for the next chapter, remember that it is not a pause, it is preparation. Every moment of waiting is not wasted, it is invested. You are not being held back, you are being prepared for something so rewarding that when it finally arrives, you will understand why every second of waiting was worth it. In the quiet moments, when you yearn for progress, remember that true progress is happening within you. Waiting is not the absence of action, it is a form of action, the silent and unseen development of your inner self. You are not just waiting, you are growing, learning, and becoming the person who will be ready when the time is right. And when that moment comes, you will realize that you were not just waiting, you were on a journey that made you who you are, a journey that made every moment worthwhile. Life's journey takes us through sunny meadows but also leads us into furious storms. It's easy to feel grateful and full of faith when the skies are clear. But what happens when the clouds gather, the winds pick up, and everything around you begins to crumble? It is in these exact moments that the test of faith comes into play, not as a cruel exam, but as an essential growth spurt for your soul. Imagine your life as a boat sailing on the ocean. A calm sea never made a skilled sailor, as the saying goes. Picture yourself facing rough seas, where your boat is tossed from side to side, water spraying onto the deck, and you feel lost in the endless expanse of the sea. It would be easy to abandon the ship, to believe it's sinking and jump off. But faith is the compass that urges you to stay calm, to trust that your boat was built to withstand the storm. It's your conviction that the turbulence isn't a sign of impending doom, but a step toward calmer waters. Think of the potter shaping clay into a beautiful vase on the wheel. The clay is pressed, squeezed, and spun. If the clay had feelings, it would feel dizzy, disoriented, and probably want to get off the wheel. Yet, it is this process that transforms a lump of earth into a work of art. Your trials and tribulations are much like that wheel. They mold you into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. The process is unsettling but necessary. Let's not forget the metaphor of the diamond. A diamond starts as a lump of coal deep within the earth. It is the intense heat and tremendous pressure that forge it into one of the most precious stones in the world. In the depths of your struggles, when you feel like you are being subjected to the harshest conditions life has to offer, remember that this may be your transition from coal to diamond. You are not being crushed, you are being transformed. The universe isn't trying to break you, it's pushing you to discover just how unbreakable you really are. Also, consider the metamorphosis of a caterpillar into a butterfly. The caterpillar wraps itself in a cocoon, where it practically dissolves into a mass before reorganizing into a butterfly. Imagine that moment of being a mass, a time of uncertainty in darkness. Yet, it is this uncomfortable stage that leads to wings and flight. Similarly, when you find yourself in your own cocoon, during your darkest hours, know that you are not unraveling, you are preparing to soar. The concept of faith is not limited to any one religious view. Whether you believe in God, the universe, or a higher power, the message is the same. Lasting faith isn't built when the sun is shining, but when you have to navigate the darkest nights. It's your belief that daylight is just beyond the horizon, even if you can't yet see it. The challenges that test your faith are not punishments, they are initiations into a higher order of being. When you come out the other side, you won't be the same person who entered, and that's the point. You will emerge stronger, wiser, and with a deeper connection to the essence of who you are and what you believe in. So, when your world is falling apart, when it seems like everything is against you, don't lose your faith. Hold on to it as if it were your lifeline in turbulent seas. You are not merely enduring hardships, you are accumulating the tools and resilience you'll need for the rest of your journey. It's not just about surviving the storm, it's about learning to dance in the rain. Hold tightly to your faith. Let it be your umbrella. And remember, the storm is not here to stay, but the lessons you learn and the strength you gain will last a lifetime. Trust the process, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard, because the version of you that will emerge on the other side will thank you for it. You are not just surviving, you are evolving, becoming a beacon that will shine even brighter in the darkness. If you've made it this far, I congratulate you. You are one of the few who have the attention span to absorb so much. And so I know you made it here. Comment, I am awake, and I will personally salute you in the comments. Thank you for watching. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with those who could benefit. Your support keeps this content flowing. Peace and blessings to all.